Delaware Zoological Society was excited to join the Clean Water Alliance because clean water is vital to not only the animals that inhabit the planet, but also all the people in the area. And when you look at the number of organizations that are involved in the Delaware Clean Water Alliance, they reach the necessity of clean water across a lot of different aspects, whether it's communities or farms or natural institutions like we are. I think a lot of people think the zoo is, it's a nice, fun place to come to, but it's also a dedicated institution to conservation and education and to sharing the message that the species that inhabit our world are very important and the environments they live in won't be there unless we care about those things. Clean water is probably the most vital. Without clean water, we don't have any life, whether it's people or animals or plants or any of the species that inhabit this planet. And it's vital for us to make sure that that resource continues and exists. One of the things about the Brandywine Zoo is it's located adjacent to the Brandywine River, where we get our name. And we can see the importance of clean water every day. We see the species that live down there, as well as the activities that people are able to engage in down by the water.
Water is extremely important to every organism. Every living thing cannot live without water in its very most basic form. A big problem for some of our apex predators, like otters, like bald eagles, they're eating fish, and if those fish are living in contaminated water, then that contamination gets into the animals as well, into otters, into eagles. And that can cause big problems with them down the road, with their health and all sorts of things like that. So we're very, very cautious about the kinds of fish that we feed our animals. We make a point to get our fish from a sustainable company that makes sure that they are not overfishing, but also that they're collecting fish from clean water to feed our animals. We have to work very hard to keep our aquatic exhibits and our pools for our animals clean, to keep our animals healthy. So our otters, for example, use their pool all the time. They go swimming, they will bring their food into their pool, they go to the bathroom in their pool, they will swim in their pool, get out, roll in the dirt, and then jump back in the pool. So it needs to be clean, but they are really good at keeping it dirty. So we actually utilize a system similar to a pool filter with the sand filter and all sorts of pumps and gaskets and all sorts of things like that that we use to try to filter out all of the dirt and the leaves and the hair and debris, and then make sure that water is clean and safe for them. We do lots of testing with our water, and we utilize different chemical tests to make sure that there's nothing too high or too low that could irritate their fur, make sure that there's nothing that could interfere with the water repellency of their fur. It's very important for them. So we use all of those things to make sure that they're healthy animals. We also work very closely, we're working with a consulting company right now to improve our otter filtration system. Here at the zoo, we have a lot of animals that depend on water as a food source. Our otters, for example, our bald eagles behind us are fish eaters. So it's really important for them to have clean water. They live in that water, they find their food in that water, and they swim in it all the time.